Today I am doing an ink review. It's a rubber Oster ink, and this one's called Tangerine. I bought it in a sample vial like this. I put RO for rubber Oster, and I put the little swab on top so I know what it is when it's with all the other samples. The ink usually comes in a bottle like so. It's a plastic bottle, and usually on top they put the little swatch on it, like I did my little sample. Alright, let's get going. Alright, here's my little swatches. What I do is I take strips of paper. I take Bristol paper, and I take the Fabriano strip, put it on there with Tomoe River and the Rodeo. So when I do my swabs, I can see how they all act differently side by side. And they do produce somewhat a little bit different shades. They act a little bit differently, as seen here. Come on, focus, focus. Rubber Oster Tangerine. Alright, here we go. Rodeo paper. I do my medium scrubby, my 0.6 scrubby. I tell it's how it comes in a 50 milliliter bottle. It's plastic, where it's made in Australia. And that I use Nemesis pins. Let me grab them for you. I use the 0.6 and the medium nib. And then this right here is on the rodeo paper. And then I do my phrase, the little bear plays in the forest. And then the alphabet, so you can see how it looks with all the lettering. Then I do a water drop test here. And then I put a couple drops of water, let it sit there for a bit, and swab it up. And yeah, not really waterproof. Right here I put water test with the medium nib and the 0.6 nib. And obviously it lifted up, not waterproof. And then right here I do the dry test. And it took about 13 seconds to dry. Flip it over, see what it did. Didn't bleed through. Don't have no really show through. It's a pretty orange. Alright, let's get rolling. Here we go. We have Tomoe River, the medium scrubby, the 0.6 scrubby. I did my 6 scrubby a little bit later, so if you could tell, it has darkened up a little bit. And on the Tomoe River, it took 46 seconds to dry. You know, Tomoe River has the coating on it, so it doesn't soak in. It sits on top. It didn't really show through or bleed through. Pretty good. Next, we usually have Fabriano Ecoqua, and it's paper. It's a notebook. I took it apart, and I did strips so I could do the sample with it. And my phrase, my alphabet, and with this it took 24 seconds to dry. Fabriano is usually a little bit heavier paper, so sorry, you don't get much of a show through. So you could probably write on both sides, but a lot of people don't. And then next, I introduced a new paper, Uber Works. It comes in like a diary form. And what I did is I pull some paper out to do this. It doesn't really have a coating on it, so it only took like 8 seconds to dry. And if watch when you flip it over, a little bit bleed through where the heaviest part of the ink is. And it's an off-white, as you could obviously tell. And then next we have Staples copy paper. Everybody has this laying around. Got my medium scrubby, my 0.6 scrubby, my phrase. Alright, of course it sucks it up, bleed through, obviously, and show through. And then next, I have my mead paper. This stuff, you know, everybody grabs for skull. My phrase, my alphabet, and yes, it did show through and bleed through for any face. Bummer. But everybody knows that, so nobody really writes on it. I don't know why I do it. I just did it. Maybe I love looking at bleed through and show through. Alright. And last but not least is the Post-it notepad paper. And orange and green's kind of hard to see, but I bet you if you got a little bit like a yellow one, it'd probably see a little bit better. And on this, it took 27 seconds to dry. Flip it over. It didn't bleed through, so pretty good. So you can leave notes with it. Alright. right, well, that was my review of the rubber oyster tangerine. I purchased this myself. It's a pretty orange, and it does get a little bit darker when it's in your pan. And if you guys purchased this, I hope you guys tell me how your experience was, or if it was the same as mine. I live in Montana, so it's a little bit drier up here, so see if your dryer times are about the same as mine if you live somewhere else. I'd like to hear your feedback. You know, leave the comments down below. Subscribe, that'd be cool. I hope to see you guys next time. I'm going to do another ink review. Alright, catch y'all later. Bye.